Is it just me, or when you finally finish school, you and your friends start to plan your life and become more adventurous with your new ideas compared to when you were in school, as you believe that you will have more freedom to do anything you wanted? But then, that awkward phase hits you. That phase of you having no idea what to do right now. It's like someone took that script that you were following your whole life and ripped it right out of your hands. And now you have to improvise the rest of your life without a guidance of anyone around you. Yeah, that feeling. Well, it's a weird phase to go through, and since I'm 19, I've been going through this for the past year or so. It felt like going from one day to stressing about your homework
I don't give a shit.
and trying not to get flamed by others for enjoying your subject more than what everyone else says, to then the next day just complete silence. No structure, no routine. Just you, a half-used notebook, and a pile of unanswered questions that could only determine your life's trajectory. That's what today's video is about. The weird, lost, post-high school phase, and how I managed to get through it. But first, let me describe you the problems that you will encounter eventually, if you're not already at this stage. Problem number 1. Identity crisis. After school, I realized one thing quite clearly. I had no idea who I was. As in school, I was always seeing the guy who was pretty much meh, pretty much average at anything. No standout talent, no clear passion, just a guy drifting to the timetables of the day, trying to live up to expectations that the school has set for me. And all of a sudden, 18 years have passed, and now I was straight out of the system. It was like being thrown into a deep ocean without knowing how to swim. No goals, no schedule, no validation from anyone to let me know I'm doing the right thing. And for months on end, that wrecked me physically, but most importantly, it destroyed my mental state, as I wasn't used to setting my own direction because school always did that for me. I ended up walking around aimlessly, as if I was stuck in an endless fog. And just when I thought being confused about who I was bad enough, I started to stress about where I was going in life and practically felt like I had no hope for the future. As in school, life was always on rails for me. You go from class to class, then they give you 3 options, whether it's uni, job, or they look down upon a gap year. And boom, path sorted, right? Well, not exactly. As once you're out that cycle, you realize no one is going to be holding your hand anymore. And the worst thing is that you start questioning if the path that was set for you from the first place was even right for you. As that's what I went through. For a long time, I didn't see any possible future that felt right to me. As after I left school, I went from waking up to alarms and school bells constantly telling me where I need to be, to all of a sudden waking up at 2 p.m. and playing games all day, all while my mental health continued to negatively spiral down. But even worse than not knowing what to do is feeling like everyone else already had it figured out, and I was the only one lagging behind in life. As the social pressure is insane. Now, anyone who's currently in this phase or has passed this phase, you all know how this social pressure feels. From your parents, families, your aunts, friends, dog groomer, whatever, yeah. All of a sudden, everyone expects you to have your 10-year life plan out as soon as you fresh out of school. And if you take the forbidden gap year, like I did, the first thing I heard from everyone is that they just assume I'm throwing my entire life away in the bin just because I'm missing out 1 year from education. Like, oh, he's doing nothing now? He must be on this Discord mod arc. It made me feel like I was a failure before I even had the chance to figure myself out. So, you might be thinking, how does anyone actually escape this rut in a matter of months, which took others years to figure out? Well, I took the not so great option that others may see it as. I took a gap year. And no, I'm not saying you have to take one out, but for me, it was the most single best decision I've ever made. And here are the 4 reasons why. This gap year allowed me to get comfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable. This year forced me into uncomfortable situations I would never have faced in school. As in school, I was too scared to face new opportunities. I stuck around with the same group of friends that I had since year 7, which never allowed me to properly talk and connect with others. But after taking my gap year, I slowly started to see those people less often as they became more busy with their lives in university, so I had to adapt. I joined a new gym, met new people, and started this YouTube channel, which I was too scared to commit beforehand because people just mocked me for it. And I managed to step out of the normal box that I've been trapped in my whole life. And each time I did something different, I got closer to who I actually am, and while trying new things pushed me more forward, cutting old things loose gave me the actual space to breathe. This year taught me so much on the fact that you shouldn't really care about other people's opinions, especially from those who you don't even know. Now this is easier said than done, but once you're in this position, you will understand what I mean. As back in school, I let others' voices dictate my choices. For example, if I tried one of those new hobbies or activities that one of the popular kids didn't like or mocked, then I would just put a stop to it completely. And I would try to make fun of the idea to make a joke out of it, just to play it off, even though it would pain me for not trying further. And this year, I'm new to those voices. I let go of some old friendships that held me back and gave me some real room to breathe and to be more real with myself. With the less amount of noise around me, I had finally had the clarity and time to explore what really made me tick. In school, I always tried to balance grades with side projects, whether it was me trying to get better at video games while managing schoolwork, or later on me trying to balance studying with online businesses. But it never really worked out for me, as I always ended up sacrificing one of them for the other. For example, during my A-levels, I picked the business side of things over my A-level grades, and my results speak for themselves. But now, I finally had the time and space to go all in on one thing, YouTube. And the progress I've made? Insane. None of it would have happened if I was juggling the 50 different school assignments at one time. Now, I can understand that others are able to manage side hobbies like this, studying at the same time, but we're all different at the end of the day, and it's not a competition to compete. And when it comes down to being able to manage these things on a good overall standard, you're the best at it. So, the more and more I worked on what I loved, the more I realized something else. I didn't need to be constantly around people to feel like my true self. One thing I learned that everyone will learn after leaving school is that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. In fact, being okay on your own is pretty much a superpower. School makes you feel like you need constant attention and validation from those in a higher position than you to let you know that you're doing the right things and you're on the right track. But when you get used to your own company, you stop chasing other people's approval and start building something real to yourself. And now I am way more comfortable doing things for myself, not for the likes, not for the applause of the other people, just because I love to do it. Now look, you don't have to take a full year out to figure yourself out, right? As this was my route and it came with its own risk. Gap years are pretty much a 50-50 gamble. Some people waste them and others grow from them. I only made mine work because I stayed active and kept building towards something I love. So here's the takeaway of these things. If you're in this awkward phase of after school and you don't know who you are, good. That means you're finally able to be free to figure yourself out. Find your thing. That might be a job, a hobby, a course, a personal project, whatever it may be. Just start and keep moving on that. Let go of who you're told to be from the education system, your parents or whatever, and find out who you actually wanted to be this whole time. So, to wrap up the video, do you agree or disagree with my points? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you experience this kind of feeling or something similar to what I've explained in the video. If you have a problem related to this video, comment it down below and me and the others will try and help you out and assist you in that point. Comment this random word below to let me know you made it this far in the video and that you're a real one. So take care and bye.